working? Yes. Okay, we're in business. Hello, Year 11, how are you doing? I'm just making a little screencast thing for the internship work experience Year 11 2020. Okay, so while you're off work, we're focusing on, not off work, but while you're working from home, we're focusing on the career stuff. We've pushed back some of the relationships and sex education stuff, and this was due to come at the end of term, so we've just flipped it round. So part of what you're going to do, there's two main things, which are writing a CV and a cover letter. These are really useful skills to have because you're always going to need them. So why? University employers, they're looking for skilled people. This is a way for you to stand out, and by thinking about this now, it gives you time to get some stuff together before you start pulling together your university personal statement. So there's a bit on how we're looking to get confirmation on the date. Obviously everything's a little bit up in the air in Hong Kong at the moment, so I don't yet have those dates, but I'm in talks with the careers team to find out what the crack is. As it's been planned for after you guys have done your GCSEs. So the relevant information will be coming out soon. So last lesson, I suggested you make a start on your CV. So what is it? Well, it's kind of marketing. It's your chance to say who you are in a succinct way that emphasises your skills and qualities, so that employers are interested in you. People scan them 30 seconds. That's maybe even a little bit lenient. You kind of look at them and often you read the top, have a look at the skills and interests, read some of the other bits, and then you move on. So things that need to go on: your name and contact details. So many times I've seen CVs where they look fantastic and the actual contact details are not there, or the contact details are inappropriate, some old email. Skills and personality traits that show you're fit for the job description advertised. Education qualifications. I would suggest you put your predicted grades on at this stage, because obviously you don't have them already, but predicted grades is, and if you just mention that and say that's what they are because you haven't got them yet. Past jobs and work experience, any volunteering, stuff that you've done in school. Once you start thinking about this stuff, you'll realise that actually you've got more, hopefully, than you might have forced it. You might have first thought. Sorry, Stevie, shh, Steve, sorry, the dogs, Steve, shh, the dog's doing a nut at the neighbours. Right, referees, people who can back up what you say. Often I think it's generally better to put referees available at request, but you do need to mention that. So here's an example of how you can organise it. You've got your personal profile, education qualifications, etc. And these are slightly different, I think. Chronological, starting with the most recent, and function or skills based. So depending on what you're going for, or what you like the look of, or what the employer might prefer, might affect whether you go for the chronological or the skills based. Tips: be positive, sell yourself. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to see you whinging on a CV, but don't embellish so much that it becomes a lie, because it's people get caught out, and it's not ideal. You don't need to include your date of birth, gender, orientation, marital status, religion, or nationality. This is because of the way that employers aren't able to discriminate on you on the basis of those things. It's ideal to change your CV to match the job that you're applying for. It might feel like it takes longer, but it is much more successful return rate the more specialised you are. Again, so there's some templates to do this on the Google Docs here on slide 13. These are great. I think you can find one that looks quite smart, and the link with the Google Docs. So this is probably what I would do. But there's online stuff as well these days. So LinkedIn, you might be interested in that. but that's not an expectation that you have one of those sorted. But it can be useful to think about how your social media footprint might affect employers. So I think LinkedIn is like 13 people can join now. So if you've already got a CV sort of up and running, have a look and think, is the font easy to read? Is it simple and attractive? Can you scan it? It cannot be more than 2 sides. Ideally, I think at this age, you're looking for a side. Dot points are used to break it up and make sure it's accurate. So if there's any spelling mistakes or grammatical errors like that, that's a big no-no. People are going to really, this is your first impression and a judgment. And if you've got a pile of CVs, you look and there's some spelling errors, then people are going to assume that you're going to make errors on the job. So they're much less likely to give you an experience or an internship or give you a job. Okay. So there's an example here where you can spot some errors. The errors are there. Then another model CV to give you some ideas of how to kind of put it together. If you've done your CV stuff and you feel happy with your draft, please submit that onto the Google Classroom. There's some kind of sample job adverts here which might give you an idea of some of the things that you could focus on or target towards in a cover letter. And there's a sample cover letter here. So start with a greeting, explain which job you're applying for, make links between the skills and the needs of the job, highlighting the most relevant skills or experiences, sum up, show why you're interested, and finish with a polite ending. So you've got some templates there, some more do's and don'ts. You've got to make it specific to where you are, show that you're interested, enthusiasm is contagious, and make sure you proofread and ideally get someone else to proofread it, your teachers, your parents, or both. Don't use an informal tone or text abbreviations. I don't think any of you guys would do this, but you've got to be professional in the way that you are communicating. Don't give unrealistic deadlines. This is because I have seen even alumni who left school sending these kind of emails to maybe their old teachers, or and obviously they're under deadline pressure, perhaps because they've not been as organised as would have been ideal, and then they're kind of putting that pressure out there, which is just not what you need to be doing. So even if you're under a tight deadline, you need to be aware that other people have other demands, and yours is probably less likely to be a priority for them. Paragraph 1, state who you are, what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, and the date available. Again, these dates are TBC, but it's approximately after exams. Give additional detail on your interests and how they relate to the role of the company. Here's one. I got this off Mr. Deacon actually. So this is from our. I would probably think if you could use this as a template, and that would be a good place to start. Okay, so plenty of things to work on. I would like to see some of these CVs starting to come in on the Google Classroom this week, so I can give you some feedback on them. If you've got any questions, anything that you're not sure of, please ask away, and I'm happy to help in any way that I can, as are your PSHE teachers, whoever that may be. Okay, thanks for your time. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.